There is no better day than today for you to manifest your specific person. It's literally one, two, three, one, two, three. And so if that is not perfect alignment, then I don't know what is. And two, I'm going to a wedding today for someone. I helped them manifest their specific person. So if that's not a perfect alignment that you can manifest and have the perfect relationship with your specific person today, then I literally don't know what is. What a better way to end 2023 than in this way. But I have a couple different quotes for you and also a success story that I want to talk about as to how we're going to do it, because we know manifestation can be easy, it can be effortless. You don't have to do some crazy amount in order to manifest. It's all about our conviction. So the first quote I want to give you today, and I want to dive into it, is that we need hope and belief. You need to know that you can manifest and have your specific person show up today, or else you're not going to see it happen, right? If you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. So if we don't have this belief or have this conviction, we're not going to see the change. And you are going to have this change today after this video. So here is the first quote. It's from A Course in Miracles. And it says, manifestations bear witness to truth. They are convincing because they arise from conviction. Without conviction, they deteriorate. So let's take a look at that. They're convincing because they arise from conviction, which sounds kind of confusing, but basically, it's supporting the concept the feeling comes first. We have to be first in the conviction for it to convince us in our external reality. And then it says, without conviction, they deteriorate. So think about right now. Do you believe and feel as if you can manifest and have your specific person today, right now, easily and effortlessly? That's a question you want to ask yourself, because we want to get into that belief. So now we understand that it's possible. And today, I would even say you don't have to try hard. Just the fact of you having this intention of showing up in this video and knowing you can absolutely do it, let go of everything in the past. Don't worry about what has happened previously. It literally doesn't matter. And I have a video coming up that's going to explain that very well. But convictions, without conviction, they deteriorate. So every time we have these kind of negative thoughts, negative worries, they never help us. So I just want you to remember, stay calm, be in the stillness, and know today everything is perfect. The fact that you're even showing up in this video, everything is fine. And I'll explain why using I'll show you the success story right now. So now on the screen, I had to put it up, is a success story, and I'll read it for you. So it says, hi, Kyle. I was in your TikTok live today, and I don't know if you remember me. I just wanted to say thank you for today's coaching in manifesting. I wrote in the comments exactly when our session was over, my specific person messaged me after 3 weeks of no contact. I almost lost hope, but I just can't believe that he popped up. Thank you, and I'm so excited for tomorrow's session. Best regards. So think about that. If this person, after again, a session, so it was a normal session just like this one, got contact from their specific person after 3 weeks of no contact, why can't that happen to you? How come that can't happen for you right here and right now after this video? It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What a better day. And again, like I said, I'm going to a wedding today. So what better, what perfect love. How could today not be the absolute best day for you to receive your manifestation? And I want to point out, though, something really important, which goes into our second quote of today that I think is really important. So remember, feeling first, get the belief right now. And hopefully this success story gives you that belief, because you can. Why would this person be able to manifest instantly after a session, just like this one, but then you can't? That doesn't make any sense. So I'm holding you to it, okay? We're getting into the belief right here and right now. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But the reason that the hope, and now here's like the main core of this video, look at how they worded it. I almost lost hope. And there's another book called, it's not a manifestation book, it's on psychology. It's called Grit by Angela Duckworth. And in one point of it, it talks about, it's basically like the idea of, or concept of talent versus work. But at one point, and I think this is so important, it talks about a study. So in this study, and I disagree how this study was conducted, but the results of it are very good. So they basically would take two groups of dogs, and one dog, and here's where it gets bad, and I don't like this, but they would shock each group of dogs, right? They would give them a shock. Hopefully it wasn't that bad of a shock. But they would shock each dog. And again, now you're seeing why I'm like this, but we can only gain from this knowledge. So they would shock one group of dogs and give them the opportunity to push up against a button in order to stop it. And the other group of dogs, they did not give them this option. They just got shocked and they had to wait for it to be over. And then, just really simply put, they took all of these dogs again, so two groups, they took all of them and put them in a little room with a barrier. And on one side, so they'd always play a chime every time they were about to shock them. And on one side, so again, the barrier that they could easily hop over, they play the chime for the shocking, okay? And what they found was every single dog that had the ability in the past to press their nose up against the button to stop the shock jumped over the barrier to safety, okay? All the other dogs that never were given that option stayed there and whimpered until it was over. That was their result, or what they thought was the best possible outcome. And so now you might be asking, well, Kyle, what does this have to do with our manifestation? But I will say, without hope, so again, look at that success story. I almost lost hope. Without hope, we end up like the whimpering dogs, just thinking, I can't do anything. There's no change. And so here's the quote that I want to bring to you, and it's going to propel you in today. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to manifest exactly what you want. So it says, this seminal experiment proved for the first time that it isn't suffering that leads to hopelessness. It's suffering you think you can't control. So whenever we're down on our luck, whenever right now, if maybe before this point, you're like, there's no way I can manifest my specific person. That's what's causing our feeling of suffering, right? But when you have hope, then you know for a fact you can change it. And I can guarantee you, literally guarantee you, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what has happened, you are never outside of this control. You are never losing the ability to change your reality. You're a powerful creator. You can create and manifest anything. How could you possibly be without power or without control? But that's what leads to suffering, and that's what puts us in this cycle of never manifesting exactly what we want, because really your reality is just creating your assumptions. So remember, and that's why this person mentioning I almost lost hope is something that I feel like hits everyone like deep within their heart, because we all can sometimes lose hope, right? Feel like we can't do anything. But then what does that do? When people end up feeling depressed, worried, sad, anxious, like they can't do anything, it's because they've lost the control. We've basically felt like the dogs who have to just suffer and there's no way out of it. But really, even again, think of that experiment in the opportunity where the dogs had just as much capability to leave the suffering as the other dogs, because they thought there's no control. In the past, I have no control. They basically had the belief that they were unable to control it. Totally didn't take the opportunity to then be safe and free of harm. But that's what happens to us when we lose this control and lose this hope. We end up missing entire outcomes or text or phone calls or movement with our specific person. And I know this sounds crazy, but if you're feeling kind of hopeless right now, that's okay. That's why we're here. But today is the day, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that you turn this hopelessness into success. Because then it's this hopelessness that today we need to totally change, because like that person mentioned in the success story, you're going to receive a message right after this video from your specific person, and you're going to totally miss it if we're in this hopelessness, right? So know and understand, no matter how hopeless you feel, no matter how sad you are, no matter how down or bad it feels, your reality is, you are always within the ability to change it. And I will help you every single step. I'll always be here to help you. And again, I've felt that way before. Sometimes it feels like we don't have the ability to change. We can't do something. It's impossible, but it's never impossible. That's only ever an illusion that we're telling ourselves. So I guarantee you, I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what you're thinking, what you're believing. You can be with your specific person. But remember though, again, it's the two quotes we mentioned, one from A Course in Miracles, the other from Grit. The first one, miracles bear witness to truth. Well, this says miracles. I change it with manifestations. Bear witness to truth. They are convincing because they arise from conviction. Without conviction, they deteriorate. Conviction, that's hope, that's knowing, that's understanding. And then the other one, this experiment proved for the first time that it isn't suffering that leads to hopelessness. It's suffering you think you can't control. No matter where you're at, love is waiting to come into your reality. And this is something I want to tell you over and over, and I want to prove it to you inside and out. But this is your reality. Today's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Give a thumbs up on this video if you know for a fact that no matter what situation you're in, no matter what's happening, no matter how much success you've got, you can get an infinite amount of more success. But don't lose this hope. The hopelessness is all an illusion. Again, just like the dog in the middle, you have the ability no matter what it feels like, no matter what you're doing, you have the ability to jump over that railing to safety to your specific person right here and right now. And today is the day that you're doing it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 12, 30. Well, I mean, as long as you're in the US and I think about it, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because it's December 31st, 23. But if you're out of the US, then it is 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. But you can just join us all in the US for this sort of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 aspect. Today is the day that you're going to be with your specific person and get the message. Again, remember that success story that I just posted up there. And that's one of hundreds that I have. Literally, I had a hard time every time I pick success stories. It's so hard to pick which one to choose because there's so many of them. But again, I wanted to thank you for, now I'm quoting it because I don't know if I left it up here or not. I wanted to thank you for today's coaching and manifesting. I wrote it in my comments exactly when our session was over. My SP messaged me 3 weeks of no contact. And that doesn't matter because, again, watch out. Tomorrow, first day of the year, I have so many other awesome, amazing success stories coming. So wait for that video. That is, it's the first of the year. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 going into 2024, which is going to be your year with your specific person. So just wait for that video. Make sure to watch out for it. But it doesn't matter if it's 3 weeks no contact, 5 weeks, 10 weeks, 20 weeks. If you get into the feeling, get into the state, understand, again, conviction comes first and is convincing. So when you have the conviction, you can be with your specific person. You see it come into your reality. And this is something, the intention is not something new to my channel of people manifesting and creating and getting exactly what they want just from intention. It doesn't have to be hard. It does not have to be difficult. Don't be the dog which again, I don't totally agree with that experiment, but now we can use it to our benefit to manifest a million happy lives for dogs. But anyway, don't be the dog that's sat thinking there's nothing you can do. You're just going to sit and take the pain because there's no way to change it. No, you don't have to sit in this singleness, right? You can be with your specific person. Again, I literally, you could give me any circumstance you could ever imagine. It doesn't matter. I've helped every single person in every single circumstance possible manifest out of it. So if you're like, oh, they're married, done that. You're married. They have a kid. There's a third party. They're long distance. Literally everything. There's always the most abundant and positive path to everything you could ever imagine. So again, if you know today, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that you are manifesting the perfect text or making massive progress with your specific person, give a thumbs up on this video. If you did have any questions, comments, or ideas, comment it down below. Again, isn't that crazy? So later I have a wedding to go to So that's absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited for that. But just know that's a sign for your specific person's wedding as well. But again, leave all the comments in the comment section below. If you did want to send me a personal message or anything like that, head over to kyleaugustcoaching.com. And so you can reach me directly. Just go to the contact tab. Again, I can't tell you how, or I think you can even click the link below in the description, kyleaugustcoaching.com. But I always want to hear from you. I want to hear everything happening, all your successes, all of your, if your specific person texts you and you're so happy you just want to tell someone, I would love to hear it. Or if you're feeling down and you just need someone to help you, I would also love to hear it. I'm here literally every single step of the way to get you to your specific person. Again, you're watching this video, so what a better sign than I'm literally going to a wedding today. It's not my wedding, but I'm going to a wedding, okay, today. So if that, again, is not a perfect timing for 123 being your day, then I literally don't know what is. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Thank you guys for all the support and all the likes and comments and all the videos. I super, super appreciate it. Have a safe day. Today is New Year's Eve, so we're going into it. Be safe, be abundant, be positive, live your best life, because I know today is your day to do that. But again, I can't say it enough. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Get an Uber. Be safe. Be the designated driver. Tell all your friends, everyone, be safe. Our reality is loving and abundant. I'm manifesting you a safe and awesome night tonight. So have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. And I'll see you next year.